Welcome everyone to Castro today. Happy to see you. And if you can make sure that you are muted yourself and can hear me. Everybody good? All right. So we're going to begin with a little bit of different today. I want you to have some kind of a chair or stool or wall nearby. And as you begin, we're just going to feel that the strength of having something nearby. It could be over here. It could be wherever it is that you have something that you can grab if you need. All right, so we're going to begin with some Qigong. We won't need the stool right away. And as you take your breath in, feel the expansion of your body. And there's so many different ways to breathe right now. I don't know where to begin, but let's take it so that you breathe into the nostrils. Feel that full breath into the nostrils and the full exhale as you exhale down through the nostrils. And just focus on that. Of course, you have to have a clear nose to do that. And one more breath through the nostrils. And we're doing triple burner here, but we're just doing a nostril breath. Now, I don't know about you, but I start to feel it in my tummy. Inhale, expand through the nostrils and the tummy. And exhale down. And then what kicks in for me is the back. Long spine. Abdomen's open, nostrils are open. And then I'm going to move into the next element, which would be the Qigong breath. The Qigong breath is when the tongue is close to the upper palate. It's like when you taste something really delicious and you go, it's right in that area. So breathe in and release the jaw. But feel the tongue on the upper palate. It's like the N sound. Take it down because as you exhale, sound moves on the gesture of the exhale. Inhale and do an in. Like the word Nancy, that kind of sound. One more. Good, and when you can do that on the exhale, you've got a nice long exhale. Let's do one more experiment with the breath. This time breathe in through a straw, made up straw. And then leaving your lips in that pursed position, blow out through the straw. The American Lung Association recommended that breath after 3 years of COVID because people were having masks on all the time. Let's inhale up here, and we're going to blow out. You could make a wind sound there if you like with your straw. Breathe in through the straw and breathe out through it. There are so many ways to breathe. I don't know where to start. Let's start with this beautiful Qigong move. It's called the accordion. You're going to inhale, and any way you're going to breathe, just open. Try your nostrils, your abdomen, and your ribs, and exhale. Feel the opening there, isn't it great? The ribs like to expand on the inhale. And you can feel them contract on the exhale. You could make a sound here. Breathe in and go, ah. It feels so good after being secluded for 3 years to make some noise. Hey, really make some noise. Okay, waking up your neighbors. Oh. Oh, just to prove that sound moves on the gesture of exhalation. And now we're going to exhale down. Inhale first and ground it through the earth. However you want to breathe. Use as much as you can of your body to really feel how amazing it is. Notice how we've now slowed down the breath so that when you drop the palms, it's almost like you're sleepwalking. Exhaling down. And just for fun, let's do a lateral breath. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, bring them back together almost without touching. And now we've created polarity between the palms. That's energy work. Open it out and bring it back in. Place your tongue on your upper palate. See if you can bring it all together. Nostrils, ribs, abdomen, all expanding. And one more for the accordion, which will now turn into something else. Let's morph it into picking up a feather and letting it go. Inhaling over here, feel the other leg, the one that's near my chair, the heel's lifting, and now I'm going to drop the feather and shift towards my chair and lift the other heel. And this is where if you start to lose your balance, you've got something to hold on to. Why not? I think there are no rules for working well with the body. It's whatever works best for you. And we'll come back, inhale, and exhale. One more. So what I really wanted to work with you today for the purpose of the stool was that if you put your hand on it, this would be your left hand, it's my right, and you're going to shift to your left over here, as if you were going to hitch a ride. Then you're going to bring the other thumb up and hitch a ride over here. This is your left side. This is your right side. I think I said the wrong side. All right. So with bringing your thumb up like that. All right, so that's kind of the feeling of establishing a weight shift. Place your thumbs on your hip bones and just shift across and shift back. This is where you could hold on if you need to. And release the hand and go back and slide across and release the hand. Yeah, just let it go. And you've got some aid there to help you with this. So this is a side-to-side weight shift. We're trying to maintain the feeling that the crown of the head right here, the back of the skull, is connected to the low spine. So you might try putting your right thumb on your tailbone here. And then as you come back, feel this shift across so that the whole body, the whole side-to-side weight shift here is even. As if you had a clothesline up here. Good, let's try it on the other side. So now your right leg is over here next to the stool. And you're going to shift with your thumb on your hips here. And feel the evenness of that shift as you move all the way across your room. And you'll probably need to lift the back heel here as you go. Good. Let's pick up a feather over here and release it. Pick up a feather over here and release it. And if you need to, you can slide across that stool. Release, slide, release. So if you're working with another friend who needs to work on their body, having something like an accessible stool will really help. And now I will put it away. Okay. So I wanted to just mention that Qigong does create a lot of spaciousness in the body. And it helps us move into T'ai Chi Chih. Okay, so let's come all the way up here for our triple burner once more. And this time, really feel the spaciousness of your room that you're in or outside. Notice the beautiful clouds if you're outside. Notice how it feels from the inside of your body, and put it all together, creating a feeling of internal spaciousness. And that's the essence of triple burner. 3 energy centers: the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. This is the accordion, which we did, creating lateral expansion with your ribs. And now we'll look at our weight shifting. So with your thumbs on your hips, shift towards your left and release your right heel. And shift into that leg, bending the front leg only so much that it won't be beyond the big toe while you keep your posture. And then exhale back, and now feel the front toe lift. And as you come forward, gliding through the center, feel the back heel lift. That's your forward back weight shift. And you can do that holding onto a stool too. No problem. Good. Let's bring that foot back in. Come into rider on horse position, which is with the feet in a V. Sink down. Just tap the heels. You've now moved towards the front of the foot. Let's sink down. Let's shift over towards your right side with your thumb, like you're going to hitchhike, and then bring your left foot heel forward. And we'll shift forward, bending that front leg, releasing the back heel, glide through the center, and then lift the front toe. It'll lift by itself if you have a good weight shift here. So glide through the center and then glide through the center, coming back. Almost a sense of 4 counts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lift my heel and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I lift my toe in front. It's really slow. Qigong is celebrating slowness, continuity, moving from the center, and circularity. So add a circle for the fun of it. A fairly big circle. But notice how that circle is even moving in the same rhythm as your feet. Bring that foot back and we'll try the other side. Sink it down. Shift it this time towards your left. Release your right heel. And we'll make our circle. Coming forward, 2, 3, release the heel. 1, 2, 3, release the toe. 1, 2, 3, heel and back. 1, 2, 3, toe in front. As one leg becomes a yan, that's the masculine leg, it's slightly bent, and then the other leg becomes yin, feminine or straight, we still don't lock the joints. And we're just making a fun little circle here. Come back. And let's look at another weight shift. This is just in preparation for our 19 movements in one pose. This is bird flaps its wings. You're going to have your feet in a V like this. I think you can see that. And the toes are out there. Make sure that that V is going to work for your body. So I can't do this without hurting myself. I bring my feet out in a V. And then I know that when I come down for this bird flaps its wings pose, that I'm going to be shifting to the front of the foot and releasing the heels. So I'm on the edge of a branch. I bring it back in on the inhale. I've lengthened through the spine. I sink it down. I release the heels. It's all very slow. And then this is the third one. On the third one, I'm going to do a wrist circle forward. It's very simple, very slow, but it does take balance. So let's go back now to our Qigong. Make sure that we are getting all of our joints ready for our practice. Forward, back, up and down, rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Here's the inhale. Here's the exhale. And there's a little bit of a feeling of a silver thread up towards the heavens on the back of your skull. Feel that. Good. Now come back up, forward and down. Now you're releasing into the body here. You're not having as much chest space. So this is something to realize, that we're still maintaining a long spine. We don't drop like this just because we're doing that. Keep the long spine. Let's bring the arms out into a T and circle forward. And circle back. Good. Inhale up. And very relaxed, exhaling down. All right, we're going to begin with just a little bit of this. Knocking at the gates. Realizing what your gates are, which is the abdomen here. And then coming up a little bit towards the kidneys here in the back area. And then up again towards the lung points right here. And then tapping a little bit on the face, and then on the chest, and down the arm, up the arm. Good, and then let's go down towards the feet, and up towards the feet. Very nice. Okay, and now let's inhale up. We're going to do the fountain. Exhale over, keeping your feet open in rider on horse position, backs of the palms. This will come outside your feet here, and then inhale up with the backs of the palms, open. And then coming down one more time. And then we're going to do a spinal twist, starting with a baby bowl here, and then a mama bowl there, and then a papa bowl. Are you going to switch this as you go? So here's your baby bowl. You'll be inhaling and spinal twisting towards your right abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, lengthen through the spine, and twist on your exhale. Back to center on the inhale. Inhale here, and now start to exhale. But as you twist, keep the spine really long so that you feel that through the whole center of the body. Back to center on the inhale. And then as you exhale, once again, lengthening through the spine on the inhale, twisting on the exhale. That's the baby bowl. Think of porridge with 3 bears. Now go back to the center, open up your palms a little bit more. This is the mama bowl. She's holding the heaviest bowl of all. She's going to inhale and twist over towards your right. And then inhale center. And twist over towards your left on the exhale. And notice how you're really using that whole center body there to maintain length. And the connection to your low spine is fairly strong here. Hopefully it doesn't hurt. And come back to center. So Papa Bear comes along, and has a pole, the biggest bowl of all. But guess what? It's filled with feathers. So now bring that across. It's not as heavy, but the arms are in a T here. And back to center. And then exhale to your right. So that's a possible really good warm up for something like knocking at the gates, right? Once you've done that, you feel like you can do anything. So the joint warm-ups are important. All right, and now let's do the circles here. And the circles back, forward and down. Bring the arms out into a T, circling forward, circling back. Good, and then coming to the hips. Inhale forward, to your right, back, to your left, circling that whole area. And now go the opposite direction, from your right, forward, left, and back. We always want to do our circles both clockwise and counterclockwise. Good, so that should get that whole area there going. Let's shake it out. Start with the feet and you come up. Shake, 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 shake. The best Qigong move of all. And add some sound. Ooh, be a little crazy, it's okay. Ah, any vowels you want. Oh, wake up your neighbors. Good, and release. Let's bring the knees together. We'll take hold of the knees, fold forward from the hips, flat back, and circle towards your right, forward, left, back. Good, now we're gonna go forward in the opposite direction, towards left first, and then right. Or whatever you didn't do the last time. Good, now release the knees without locking them. They're straightening pretty much. Come down the shins here. And then all the way up, rubbing the backs of the legs. And let's go down the front again. You want to caress your body to say thank you for being able to do all this. And then the same thing with the arms. Caress out on the top of the arm and underneath. Let everything go. All the things that happen every day that we have to let go. All right, very important to use our body to say, metaphorically, I'm letting this go. 2, 3, and then rubbing the hands. And if you're cold, if you're outside, you might want to rub your face. There's usually a lot of warmth right there. Maybe on your neck. Okay, and then let it go. 19 movements and 1 pose. T'ai Chi Chih. As a beautiful figure 8 or infinity symbol that continually happens in this whole practice. The joints are relaxed, the wrists. Feel how slowly can you move those circles of the wrists as you inhale energy from the earth and exhale it down from the heavens. Here's the heavenly movement. Here's the earth direction. And that is energy work, feeling the essence of that in relaxed palms, fingers, arms. Bring it all together in synchronicity. A big word for meaning, feel it all. Slowly, with continuity, meaning feeling it all together, and moving from the center body. And breathing, always remembering to stay open to breathe, however that is for you. Rocking motion is a rock forward to the balls of the feet. A little bit of a sink in the middle through the bubbling spring, and then moves back towards the heels. Feel it all as you shift forward, back, up, and slightly down in the middle, and then up again. You're checking your balance And all those meridians that start in the feet begin to bring this practice together as a warm-up for T'ai Chi Chih. So this one Qigong-like Tai Chi move is probably the most ancient and can be done 9, 27, 36, any multiples of 9, the noble Chinese number. So that's probably enough, and then we release. And then we bring the heels a little bit closer together for bird flaps its wings. Inhale to lengthen, and we sink towards the front of the foot with lifting our heels. The bird is on the edge of a branch, and that's us. Inhale to lengthen. Sort of a rising, sinking move. Let the sinking feel like it's moving forward to the foot. And on the third one wrist circle forward. Just spin it out in a circle. 2 more sequences of 3. Beautiful. You all have such great rhythm. 2. 3, and notice your balance here. It balances the mind as well as the body. And inhale back. 1 more. Beautiful. And now let's ground it into the earth. Come back to your rider on horse position. Your feet are a little bit apart here. It may be a small horse underneath you, but it's there. And your feet are in the stirrups. Now we're going to shift to your right and the left. We did this before, but I just want to make sure that it's there for you and for me. And you're going to shift towards your right, so you can use your thumb here to remind yourself, and then bring the left heel forward. Around the platter in chest high water. Feel the roundness of the palms. Feel the relaxation of the elbows. Feel the connection to your forward back shift. And the glide through the center. And let the circle be continuous. So when you get back here to your heart, let it go again so it doesn't stop. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Release that foot back. Inhale, rider on horse. So you get through the earth. And prepare to move to the other side. Let's do a couple of shifts side to side here. Now we're going to shift into this foot, your left, and release the right. But you want to feel that that heel drops and it's already yin. It's a straight leg. Back leg is already yang. And now the yin becomes yang. Around the platter, right side. Feel the slowness of that glide forward and the glide back. Good. There's that center point where you almost have 3 counts. It almost goes 1, 2, 3, 4, release the back heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, release the front toe. Feels kind of sticky. Good. Now inhale the last 3 towards me. Inhale. And exhale back away from me. So it's a long inhale and a long exhale. And say to yourself, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. You can just say that with your mind. It helps. Two more for fun. Last one. Beautiful. Ground it through the earth. Double ground it because we just reached the right side. That helps us as we go into parasympathetic nervous system. Totally relaxing to know where we are. And now we're going to shift over to the right, bring the left heel forward. Around the platter variation, picking up a ball of energy right opposite that knee. And then bringing it back in a circle. Circle within a circle. Lovely. So slow. Great. Three more on this side. Last one. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to release. Shift towards your left and release your right heel. Around the platter variation, the ball will be at that right shoulder, right up from your leg here, the one that's forward. And as you pick it up, it's moving forward on the inhale. As you sink back towards your left foot, you're going to feel the energy change on this exhale. As the energy moves towards the back foot and across both hemispheres of the brain. This will feel like an inhale, and this change will feel like an exhale into that foot. Feel that. And last one of around the platter variation. Bring the foot back in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And double ground it. Beautiful. Shift the energy towards your right foot now to prepare for bass drum. Notice how the palms are in polarity as you inhale forward and exhale back, and how the elbows and the hips seem to move together as you move back. Surrounding yourself with the energy of the Qi. When the brain, the breath, the mind, and the body come together, you begin to feel how powerful this is in a sweet way. Soft and continuous circle that never ends. Two more. On this left side, And bring the foot in, ground it through the earth, shift towards your left, release the right. And then shift into the front foot on the inhale and exhale back away from me. Feel the length of that shift forward and the length of it coming back. Good. Relax the jaw, relax all the joints, but stay long in the spine. Feel the length from the crown of the head all the way down to the tailbone. And just move with that. Last one. Bring the foot in. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Double ground it. We finished the right side. Now shifting towards your right, bring your left forward for daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. Daughter on the mountaintop. Left hand close to the heart comes right down through the central meridian and the right hand is outside it. One large circle cut in half. With your heart connecting to that left hand. And someone else or some other vision of yours is on the outside. We all climb these mountains over and over again. It's lovely to do this 9 times on this side. Two more. Feel how you're connecting to your energy C at the abdomen with this breath. This is contraction now. Bring that foot back. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Once, shift towards your left side. Begin again with your right foot. And your left hand is still close to your heart, coming down through the central meridian, almost touching with your thumb. Feel the length of your spine today. It looks so good. We've got a sunny day in San Francisco, at least in the afternoon. It's just wonderful. Last one now. A daughter on the mountaintop. Now moves to daughter in the valley. Sink it, double ground it. Bring it into your heart on the inhale. Exhale it down towards your abdomen. Starting here on tops of the 2 mountains you just went up through the center of. Bring the left heel forward and exhale down and inhale through the central body. Coming up through the central trail and over the tops of those 2 mountains you just climbed in your mind. And it's a heart shape. Inhaling forward in maximum polarity here, the palms are connecting and then they release. Feel the energy change. Taking your time, feel this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe. Keeping an even rhythm that never stops. Synchronicity. All this happens for me in this very move of daughter in the valley. Last one. Chi doesn't come right away for most of us. It takes maybe 20 minutes. So if it doesn't happen right away for you, begin to feel it now. It's there. Release the right heel. From the tops of the mountains, we're going to come down towards the valley and then come through it with a beautiful cultivated inhale. And as we go back, almost in essence looking out from the view from the top of the mountains. Enjoy that. A beautiful memory of climbing many mountains, or perhaps just thinking of the hills that you love to climb now. And the view from the top. Two more. Beautiful. Bring that right foot back in. Rider in horse position. Feet are in a V. Sink it through the earth a couple times. And breathe, of course. And then we're going to come into carry the ball to the side. Exhale. Picking up your ball of energy, winding up towards your right, releasing your left heel, and moving across towards the left. Bring in the foot. And sink. Wind up. Release your left heel. And now move. Give it time to really sink into that foot as you wind up. Sink. Wind up. And now this will be the yin leg out. And now move. And last one. Beautiful. Carry the ball to the side, comes to a graceful conclusion. And now we come to push, pull, and pulling in the energy. Shifting right, releasing left. Push, pull. Or giving and receiving energy back. Two more on your left side. Last one. Inhale the foot back to rider on horse position and sink it through the earth. If you have the rider on horse position, it keeps the 45-degree angle that you need for your next shift. This foot's out here, this foot's there, straight out from the hip. Good. Push, pull. Feel the ellipse of this. And as you push forward and pull back, the energy is returning to your heart. Inhaling, exhaling forward. Just turn the wrists with the palms and the fingers. And feel the chi entering into the fingertips. Exhaling and inhaling back to your heart. Now think of it as giving someone energy and then realizing that all gifts are better for the giver than the receiver. Giving and receiving energy. What you gave comes back to you. And last one. Bring the foot back in, sink it through the earth, and double ground it. Breathing into the nostrils and the belly, and opening the ribs. Releasing the jaw a little bit. Once more. And sometimes it's just really fun, especially if one of you is outside, to take it up towards the heavens. All the way up there. Slight back bend of the upper spine. And gratitude coming down through the body slowly. With the beauty of where we get to live. And just rest on flows of energy. Our next move is pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe, shifting towards your right to bring your left forward. And pulling in the energy from the farthest star that you can imagine through the fingertips. And inhale forward. And then exhale back using this whole area here. Expansion, contraction from the energy sea. And the fingertips are receiving the energy. Two more. Last one. Inhale that leg back. Sink the energy through the ground. Shift towards your left. And release your right heel. Inhaling forward to take that energy through your fingertips and exhaling back. Shifting and shifting. Three more. The last one. Inhale and release. One more deep breath. We're going to take a little break here to drink some water, so don't go on very long. Hydration is important when we're working with the breath. Moving ahead into basic taffy. Left hand comes under the right elbow. Left heel moves out. We pull the weight of the air between the palms, and the hand that was on top supports the back leg, which is your yin leg. Feel it move down. Feel the other hand move up. It's your heavenly hand. The hand that's underneath is the invite hand. It's inviting you to the left. You stop to ground. And then to your right. And you stop to ground again. There's a little bit of rising and sinking in this, so go with it. And go with the flow today. Having had several days of grayness, the joy of the sun coming out today is spectacular. Two more of basic taffy. And last one. Our first variation from basic taffy is anchor taffy. You will anchor your right foot and the left heel will move forward. With taffy, square the hips and then move it towards your left. Your left hand's underneath, telling you, okay, we're going this way. And now your right leg moves forward and you anchor the left. And then when you do your side to side weight shift here, the left will move in. It's your anchor. And it keeps switching. One leg stays back to anchor the boat. And then moves in to bring the boat to shore. Enjoy it. Couple more. Right hand under. Left foot forward. Sink it. Move it to the left. Beautiful. Our first variation, anchor taffy, comes to a graceful conclusion, but still go grounded. Feel the slowness of your breath now. Isn't that fantastic? I love it. One more. Building inner awareness is what we want to do. And now we come to circles taffy. Feet are in a V, sinking and rising. Left hand is under as we come back to basic here. And sink. Right hand under is the invite hand over to the side. And sink. Inhale. And let go again. Two more. Last one. Beautiful. We have one more tappy to do, and that's perpetual motion tappy with heel step. The most fun of all. Remember that as you bring your thumbs to your hips, you're going to release the heel first and then drop it, then the other side, making sure that you feel the weight shift over to that foot, then feel the weight shift over here, and then drop again. And then meanwhile, we're doing this thing with our hands. Ready? Perpetual motion tappy, left hand under. Right hand under. You're coming down through the heart protector move here. So start above the elbow, move the hand down to support the back leg, and then above the other elbow. It's a basic Qigong feeling here, where the palms are not touching, but there's a lot of energy moving. Meanwhile, the foot flexes to drop the heel, and then you shift all the way through to the toes on that foot. So flex the opposite foot, and then drop the heel, and move the energy to the toes. Perpetual motion taffy. It does feel kind of sticky like taffy. So feel the stickiness of the palms as we move them apart. Wow, a lot of chi there, right? And last one when we move over to our left and sink it through the earth. One basic tappy and 3 variations come to a graceful conclusion. Double grounded. And now we come to the very beautiful working the pulley, starting with your left hand out in front and your right hand underneath the hip bone. Shift towards your towards your right, and come forward. And then as you shift, feel the front foot right there, and the back heel will swivel, and the front and the back. Front heel swivels, the back wall of the foot swivels. But the effect of this is to come right out from the whatever shoulder you're over here, rather than across too far. So right towards me, and the swivel will actually change what happens here. The swivel of the feet. Going shoulder to shoulder over here, and shoulder to shoulder over there. Beautiful. That's great. And last one. Beautiful. Okay, good. Now bring that left foot back in. We get to do the other right side now. Now the right side, this hand will come out from this shoulder, and the other hand will come under the hip. So you've got this forward and under kind of thing. So don't forget that, because there's like a trough of water on the bottom, right? And this one's coming straight out. Okay, let's go. Right hand, right foot. Swivel the back ball of the foot, swivel the front heel. That looks so good. Sometimes if one shorter leg can't do the same forward back shift, just bring it back if it's the in leg. Make your adjustments for your own body without comparing yourself with anyone else, because we all have different things happening. Looks lovely. Working the pulley is finally getting easy for us. I can feel it. It's great. 3 years is a lot, isn't it? One more. And bring the foot in and sink it through the earth. We get to move towards everyone's favorite part now. This is light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Let's double ground it. Feet are in a V. And now bring it up to the top of the head. This is your light of thought, speech, and action. Sink and rise. And let it go. With joy. Circle all that energy above the crown of your head 6 to 9 times. And then hold it, inhale it, and sink and rise. Send it into the earth and back to your heart with your left hand on the inhale. Sink it down, bring it to your temple, light at the temples, which is your head, where all good thoughts start. Sink and rise, feet in a V. Without ever touching your head here, just feel the energy that's moving through the fingers of the palms. Now circle it. Take your time, we're not in a hurry. And then hold it, inhale it, and sink and rise and let it go. Into the ground and back to your heart. Preparing for our next move, which is joyous breath. Sink it down. Inhale and exhale it all out. Now come to the balls of the feet. For your inhale and 4 times on the exhale. Drop on the third. Slow it down now. The most yawn move that we do has just ended. It's a joyous breath move. A couple more slow inhales as we move next into passing clouds. Bringing your right hand up and your left hand down, shift into a fairly wide V here. As this is a moving meditation practice of Tai Chi Chih, We don't necessarily follow the mirror hand, but if you're outside, you might, because you have the sky, the trees, the clouds that we see in our minds. All things change. But the practitioner stands in the middle, even as the mirror hand passes. Accepting, perhaps being part of the change. Each person has their own decisions to make. Always moving from the heart. And then 6 healing sounds are next. Your left hand, your left foot. For the heart. For the spleen. For the liver. For the lungs. For the triple heater. For the kidneys. Last one, 5 chewies. Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites. Bringing your left heel to your right ankle bone. For cosmic consciousness pose. Bringing the left hand close to the heart as you even out the elbows and the weight into the feet. Lengthen through your spine. Looking over the window of eternity, opening the fingers, looking through it, interlacing the fingers in gratitude. 3,000 years of Qigong, 10 centuries of Tai Chi, and the work of Wen Shan Wong and Justin Stone, 1974. Tai Chi Chih, 19 movements and 1 pose in gratitude.